Hello, Assalamu alaikum students. This is your teacher Azka, and I'm just come up with once again with the new paper. So first of all, I just want to give you, I think, my introduction. So my name is Azka, and I teach accounting and business to O levels, A levels, and Edexcel students. So we have this paper, October number 22, paper one and variant three, and we have 1 hour 15 minutes to solve this whole paper. So now let's solve this paper. Okay. So the first question is, which statement is not correct about reasons for using international accounting standards? Okay, so which statement is not correct? Assist when making comparisons between companies. Yes, if we are following the international accounting standards, if we are making or if we are preparing our financial statements according to the IAS, so it means that we are making it easy to comparison the accounts of the different companies with the our companies, basically with our companies. So it means that comparison would be more easier if every company is following the international accounting standards. So this is right, but we have to see that which is not right. Improves the reliability of accounting information. Yes, if you are using international accounting standards, so it means that your reliability will be increasing. So yes, this is right. Narrows the areas of difference in financial reporting. Yes. So if you're using the IES, there will be no difference between the different financial reporting. Makes the preparation of the financial statement less time consuming. So this is not right, because if you are using the IES, so this doesn't mean that this would not be giving us a tough time, or maybe it is less time consuming to prepare those financial statements. It would be time taking. So yes, D is the right option. Okay. Question number 34. What does the principle of prudence ensure? What does the principle of prudence ensure? Okay. So prudence is basically says that you should not um, overstate your profit, and you should not understate your losses. Okay, assets are not understated. This is not the uh, function, or you can say this is not prudence. Liabilities are not estimated. This is not. Losses are not anticipated. So losses are not uh, understated, not anticipated. This is not the right option. Profits are not arbitrary. Yes, this is the major principle of the prudence. Also, so question number 33. The application of which accounting principle makes it easier to compare financial statements year on year? Okay. Business entity, no. Business entity says that business is basically having a specific and a separate legal identity. So this is not the right option. Consistency. Consistency can be useful for this application, because consistency says that, for example, if you are making your final accounts on 31st September, so it means that your year should be end on each year 31st September. And if you are maybe using any specific kind of depreciation method to depreciate your non-current assets, so you should use that specific method for over the years. So this is basically consistency. So if the consistency is there, so it means that if you want to compare your financial statements with year to year, so this would be very useful for you, because you have been following the same year, you have been following the same methods. So it means that it would not be affecting the profit. And that's why, like, for example, if this year you are using a straight line method in 2015, and in 2016, maybe you're using a depreciation method, which is RBM. Yes. So we know that the RBM, the initial year's depreciation is always high, but in the straight line method, the depreciation amount would always constant over the years. And for example, in 2017, if we use a revaluation, so it means that in some years you are maybe charging higher depreciation, and some year you are charging very lower depreciation. So it means that if you want to compare your 3 years financial statement with each other and just measuring your performance, so this would be mislead. Why? Because You have been using different methods, and that's why your profit is declining. So this is not a problematic situation for you. Like this is not showing that you are not performing well. This is because you are not consistent. That is why your profits basically having different figures for the different years. So this is the main reason. So whenever you are making your financial statement, so first of all you have to be consistent. So if you are consistent, so it means that it would be easy for you to compare a financial statement. So consistency is the right option. Duality simply says that every transaction having two effects on the different accounts. So this is not going concern. Going concern means that you have intention that your business would be uh, successful and it would not be bankrupt. So again, this is not. So B option is there. Okay. Question number 32. How can a trader increase her current position? Okay. Keep inventory at the lowest possible level. So if the inventory is on the lowest possible level, so it means that we know that what is the formula we are following. The formula is current assets divided by current liabilities. So if we want to increase our current ratio, so what we have to do is we have to increase the current assets and decrease the current liabilities. Okay. So this is not the option if we just keep the inventory at the lowest possible level. So it means that you are decreasing your current assets. Obtain a long-term bank loan. So this can be happen because if you obtain a long-term bank loan, so your current liability would not increase. Um, yes, on interest maybe. But interest is not the liability. Yes, interest is basically the expense. So your current liability, we know that if you are taking out the bank loans, this would be increasing your non-current liability, not the current liability. The current liability is not increasing, but your bank would be increased. So B option can be the right option. Reduce the trade receivable turnover. If you are reducing the trade receivable turnover, so it means that your trade receivable is lowering, because it means that if the trade receivable turnover is decreasing, so it means that your customers are paying you very quickly and you don't have much trade receivables. So again, this would not be suitable, because if you're reducing the trade receivables, so it means that you're reducing your current assets. Sell goods for cash instead of on credit. So if maybe you are selling goods on credit, not on credit but on the cash, so yes, your current assets would increase, but again there would be a problem, that may be if you're selling goods on the for the cash, so it means that your customer will not be willing to purchase the products from you. So it means that this is not the right option. So B is the right option. Question number 31. uh, Taboo provided the following information. Revenue 250. Okay. So basically, this person have done, and this person has done, and this its answer was $40,000. I remember. And if you haven't watched my 2022 October November um, paper one variant two video, so you should watch it, because this paper having similar questions just like the variant two. So that's why you should watch that video first. Okay, so D is already done in the variant. So now next I am not going to discuss about it. Okay, so now let's see the 20. Thambi manufactures wooden toys. She provided the following information for the financial year ended 31st August 2022. Prime cost, factory overheads, work in progress. Uh, what was the cost of production of the finished goods? So this is very easy. First of all, we have to take out the prime cost, which is 35,000, and the factory overheads is 17,000, and plus work in progress opening inventory, which is 1,400, less the closing work in progress. So this is 2,300. So altogether, uh, the cost of production would be 5,100. So that means B is the right option. Okay, question number 28. A food processing factory fills cans with vegetables. The filled cans are the sold to the shop, which wages are direct labor costs for the factory. Okay. Wages paid to workers who load the cans on the lorries for delivery to shops. So, because these workers are not working in the production department, not making these cans, so that's why this would be not the part of direct labor. Wages paid to workers who operate machines that fill the cans with leather. Yes, this is the direct labor. Wages paid to people working on the maintenance of the machinery in the factory. So they are maintaining the machinery. They are not preparing the cans. This is not direct labor. Wages paid to people working on the assembly line, putting labels on the can. Yes, they are directly working on the cans. So this can be right. So need 2 and 4 is the right option. Okay, so this is the question which we have done in variant 2. So now I'm just going to write here done. So we are not going to solve it. Okay. So after that, uh, so Cricket Club provided the following information at 31st August 2021 balance at bank that is 950. Okay, so basically we are going to prepare the bank account because as here you can see that they are talking about the balance on the bank account. Okay, so we know that this would be coming under the debit side. Net received from the competition. So we have received this income, so we will be writing it here 1050. Okay, and subscription received. This is also 2500 on the debit side. Okay, so general expenses paid. This would be carried. Insurance paid. This is also carried. Rent paid. This is also carried. Subscription owing by uh, members 120. So we will not record it. This would be we will be recording it in the subscription account. Insurance prepaid, this is not related to this. Depreciation for the equipment, this is not. So yes. So we have the balance which is 4500, 4500, and your balance CD would be 1180. Balance BD would be 1180. So B option is the right option. Okay, so 25 question we have done this before in variant 2. 24. A limited company raised funds by issuing ordinary shares, preference shares, and debentures. Which statement are correct? Okay, so the first one is that debentures are part of the loan capital. Yes, this is right. Ordinary shares are part of the equity. This is also right. Ordinary dividend is paid before debenture interest. No, first of all, we have to pay debenture interest, and after that, we will pay the dividend. Preference shares carry a fixed rate of dividend. Yes, this is right. So 1, 2, and 4. This is right. Okay. Okay. So 23rd question we already done before. That's why we have done this in variant 2 in the same season and the same year. 22. This is also done before. So let's see the 21. Anne and Paul are in partnership. How would interest on Annie's capital be recorded in the ledger accounts of the partnership? Okay. Credited to the Annie's capital account? No. Interest on Annie's capital recorded in the ledger of accounts of partnership. So this would be recorded in the current account, not in the capital account. Debited to Annie's capital? No. Credited to the N is a current account. Yes, this would be recorded on the debit side of the current account. This is right. Debited to the N is current account. No. So it means that C option is the right option. Okay. 20. What may appear in the partnership appropriation account? Okay. Capital and current accounts? No. Interest on drawings? Yes. Interest on cap partners loan? No. Partners salaries, drawings, and profit for the year. Um, so basically, partners salaries would record, drawings, interest on drawings would record, not the drawings. Profit for the year would be recorded, but not the drawing. So it means this is option is not right. Interest on drawing would be recorded. Partner salary, yes. Interest on capital, yes. Profit shares, yes. So D option is the right option. Question number 19. For which purpose would a trader use his income statement and statement of financial position? Okay. To enable decisions to made, but about the performance of the business. Yeah, this is also a reason that why we are using our income statement and the financial position. This is right. Um, to show the business bank account balance at a given date. No. For this, we will be providing the bank account, not the income statement and the financial position. Third, to show the financial position of the business at a given date. Yes, this is right. To show whether the business made a profit or loss in the financial. Yes, we are basically making the income statement just to find out the profit and loss for the year. So it means that 1, 3, and 4. So B option is the right option. Okay. Question number 18. A trader provided the following information about his inventory at the end of the financial year. Total number of units 500. Cost price of each unit $4. Net realizable value $6. 80 units were damaged and could be sold for $3 per unit. What was the value of the closing inventory? Okay. So total number of units. This is 500. And cost price of each unit is $4. So, and what is the net realizable value? Is 6. So, we basically sold 80 units out of 500. So, it means that we have 420 units left. Okay, so now we are going to value the remaining units because they're talking about that how to value the closing inventory. So we know that 420 units would be recording maybe on the cost or maybe on the net realizable value. So we know that 420 would be value maybe whatever the low cost. Is it cost of the material or is it the net realizable value? So we know that its cost is low, which is $4. So we'll be multiplying it with the 4. So it means that uh, okay. So first of all, to find the value of the closing inventory, we need to consider the cost price of the undamaged units and the damaged units, as well as the net realizable value. So first of all, let's find out the value of the uh, undamaged units. So the value of the undamaged units. So this would be equal to 500 was the total number of units. Okay, and we have sold out 80 number of units. So 500 minus 80 multiply 4, because the cost price is lower than the NRV. So it means that 500 minus 480, this would be giving us 420 number of units, multiply $4. So this would be 1680. Okay. And now we are going to find out the value of the damaged goods. So 80 units which we sold, that was damaged. Okay. And that was sold for a $3. So that would be its near realizable value. So 80 multiplied by 3, so this would be 240. So this is the value of the damaged goods because it was sold for the $3. Okay, so now we have to add the values of undamaged and damaged units to find our total closing inventory. So 1680 plus 240. So this is giving us the answer, which is $920. So this is the total closing inventory value. So 1920 would be our answer. Okay. Question number 17. So question number 17, we already done it before in variant number 2, so that's why I'm not going to do that. Let's see the question number 16. Manjeet depreciates her motor vehicle by 1,000 at the end of the each financial year. Which journal entry would Manjeet make at the end of the each financial year? So whenever we are charging the depreciation, so we will be debiting our income statement because depreciation is the expense. Depreciation is the expense for the business. So that's why we will be debiting the income statement and crediting the provision for depreciation account. Why? Because provision has a direct nature. Whenever the depreciation is charging on the non-current assets, so your provision would be increasing. That's why it would be crediting. So it means that our option A is the right option. Question number 15. A sale under control account had a debit balance of 4,000. Okay, so I think we should prepare the sale under control account here. SLCA. Okay, so we have the debit balance. So we have to record this here, 4,000. On 1st August. During the month of August, credit sales total, which is $50,000. Okay. So we will be recording $50,000 on the debit side. Sales return from the credit customers were 600. So this will be recording on this side. And discount allowed was 400. And 400 will be recording on this side. Okay. The debit balance of the cylinder control account on 1st September was 6,000. So it means that this would be our balance CD here. The debit balance in the cylinder control account on 1st September was 6,000. Okay, so that was the balance on 1st August, which is 4,000. And this would be the balance at the end of the month. This is 6,000. So we will be, just give me 1 second so I can calculate it. Okay. So 600 plus 400. Okay. So basically in the question, if you see that they are saying that debit balance of the cylinder control account on 1st September was 6,000. So it means that we know that before the balance BD on the debit side, it was as a balance CD on the credit side, because we know that this closing balance would be shifting on the debit side. But before that, it would be the balance CD on the credit side. So this is 6,000. So 4,000 plus 50,000 minus 600 minus 400 minus 6,000. So we have the 47,000, which is the total amount we have received from the current customers. So 40,000, 47,000 would be the right answer. Okay, question number 14. A sale at the control account is included the following items. Okay, so first of all, discount allowed. So in the sale at the control account, there is no sale ledger include the following items. Okay, basically the question is that for which of these items was the information obtained from the journal? Okay, yes. So basically, discount allowed is not receiving from the journal. It is basically receiving from the cash book, or maybe yes, from the cash book. So this is not the right option. Dishonored check. This is also not obtaining from the journal. It is obtaining from the cash book. Interest on overdue accounts. Yes, this is basically we make journal for it, and we extract this information from a journal and also the irrecoverable debts. So 3 and 4 is the right option. Question number 13. Uh, Jamal's bank statement on 1st September 2022. Okay, so in question number 13, Jamal's bank statement on 1st September 2022 showed a bank overdraft which is 1460. At that date, there were unpresented checks which is 385 and uncharged deposit which is 255. What was the bank balance in the cash book on 1st September 2022? Okay. So 460 is basically your current balance. That's why we will be writing it in this style, because this is the negative balance. And we have to, okay, so basically we have to find out the cash book balance. And we have this balance of the bank statement. So unpresented checks, basically we have deducted from our cash book, but bank didn't deduct it. So that's why we have to add it back. So 385. And uncredited deposit is 255. So we have added it, but bank didn't. So that's why we have to deduct it. 255. And although this is the credit balance, so if this is the credit balance, if this is the overdraft, so it means that we have to add the unpresented checks and minus the 255, minus the uncredited checks, because uncredited checks should be minus, because we have the bank overdraft. So it means that bank will be you can say that going 15 19. Yes, okay. So 255 would be deducting and unpresent check would be adding back. So this would be giving us 1590. Minus 1460 plus 385 minus 255. Okay, so we have the 1590, which is the debit bank balance for the cash. Okay, so this would be the option is the right option. Okay, so question number 12 we have done before, so that's why we are not going to solve it. This is done in the variant 2. Okay, question number 11. Uh, Jacob purchased a motor vehicle for business use on credit from Wahid for $20,000. This was not recorded in the Jacob's book. Which other entry would correct the error or error in the Jacob's book? So this is very easy. If it is not recorded, so it means that we can record it. What entry we will be following for this? Motor vehicle debit and vehicle will be carried. Simple. So C option is the right option. So question number 10 we have done before. That's why I'm not going to do that. This is done in the variant 2. Question number 9. Which error would be revealed by the preparation of the trial balance? Okay. So now let's see. Okay, so in question number 9, which errors would be revealed by the preparation of the trial balance? Okay. Credit um credit purchases 240 entered as a 420 in both purchase account and the trade payables account. Okay. So if the trade payables account is also 240 and the purchase account is also 240, so it means that it would not be revealed by the trial balance because debit and credit side would be equal. Second, credit sales entered as 96 in the sales account and 69 in the trade receivable account. Yes, this would be easily revealed by the trial balance because the debit and the credit entry is not equal. Uh, Purchase of motor vehicle, which is 15,000, entered in the motor vehicle repairs account. So again, because motor vehicle is an asset and it would be debit, and motor vehicle repairs also have debit nature. So it means that whether you record in the motor vehicle or whether you should record in the motor repair account. This is the basically your commission error of commission. So this is not revealed by the trial balance. Wages paid 1050 debited in the both wages account and the bank account. So yes, basically this would be increasing your debit side because no credit side would be equal with the 1050. So this will be revealed by the trial balance. So it means that 2 and 4 only. Okay, question number 20, question number 8, that what would not be recorded in the ledgers of the balance, ledgers of a business? Cash discount, which would not be recorded. Okay, so this would be recorded in the ledgers. Irrecoverable debts, it would also record. Trade discount, yes, this would not record anywhere. And where is approved, this would record. So C is the right option. Question number 7. On 1st September, Peter sent a check to the credit supplier John. This was correctly entered in John's book. On 10th September, check was returned unpaid due to lack of. Okay, so we have done this in the variant number 2. So that's why I'm not going to do that. So if you haven't watched my previous video on the same year, on the same paper, but variant is 2. So you can watch it. So you will be having the different the question which I have not done here. So you will be finding that questions in the variant 2. Question number 6. Which business document provide information for writing of the sale journal and the sale return journal? Okay. So now this is very easy. For sales journal, we will be using the invoices, and for the sales return journal, we will be using the credit notes. So A and like A is the right option because if you see that uh, when we receive the invoices, so we would be recording it in the sales journal, and when our customer would return some sales to some products to us, so we will be issuing them the credit notes. So that's why we will be using the credit notes for recording the sales journal. So A option is the right option. Question number 5. Abdul sell goods to Rekha on credit. Some goods were damaged in transit. Which document would Rekha send to Abdul? Okay, Abdul says good to Rekha. So Rekha is basically customer. So it means that if Rekha would be sending him the debit note. Okay, question number 4. Morgan made the following double entry in his ledgers: debit sales return account, credit sale account. Which transaction was being recorded? So if the sales account is credit and the sales return is debit, so it means that we basically we receive the sales return from the customer. So Morgan made the following double entry. Okay. So Morgan is basically the supplier of that person. Okay. So let's see. So Sally is customer and Morgan is supplier. So goods returned by Morgan to Sally. So didn't return the goods to Sally. So this is not the right option. Goods returned by Morgan to Sally. Again, this is not the right option. Goods returned by Sally to Morgan. Yes, Sally is correct customer. So basically, Morgan is not Sally's correct customer. He is his supplier. So this is not right. D. Goods returned by Sally to Morgan. Sally's correct supplier. This is the right option. Question number 3. Pardeep settled Amar's account by credit transfer and received a cash discount for prompt payment. How did Pardeep record this discount? So basically, Pradeep settled Amar's account by credit transfer and received a cash discount. Okay, so Pradeep is basically the customer of the Amal. Okay, so Amal would be debit and discount received would be credit. So this would be because discount allowed is not be recorded because in the Pradeep account because Pradeep received the discount, not allowed the discount to Amal. So it means that A option is the right option. Okay. Uh, so question number 2 is basically I have done this in the previous. I don't think so. Yes, I don't think so that I have done this. Okay, so we should do it, I guess. So the weight transaction will increase. Okay, so we have done this in variant 2. So I'm not going to do it now. You can watch my other video about the variant 2. Okay. So Ahmad is a trader. Why should he prepare a financial statement? Okay. First of all, to apply the principle of business entity. So no, because business entity always apply upon the drawings. So this is not to monitor its business performance. Yes, for this we are doing this. To prepare a bank reconciliation statement. For bank reconciliation statement, we do not prepare the financial statements. To record changes to his personal wealth. So personal wealth is not linked with the business. So that's why it is not record. It is not the purpose for preparing the financial statement. So B is the most probably right option.